In a quiet little diner on the edge of town, the regulars always noticed something unusual. At the corner booth by the window sat an old wooden chair, and beneath it, curled tightly into a ball, was a dog. He wasn't owned by anyone, or at least not anymore. His fur was shaggy and matted, and his body was thin, but his eyes told a story of devotion. He never barked, never caused trouble. He simply slept beside that one chair, day after day, as if guarding it. The waitresses left scraps for him, and the manager tolerated his presence because he never moved to any other seat. To strangers, he was just a stray who had found a warm place to rest. But to the people who came to the diner often, it became clear this wasn't just a chair. It was the place where his human one sat. The story whispered through the town. The dog's owner, an old man who used to eat at the diner every morning, had passed away suddenly. And since that day, the dog had refused to leave. One chilly November evening, a young boy named Jacob entered the diner with his mother. While she ordered pie, Jacob spotted the dog. His heart ached when he saw the way the animal pressed his nose against the empty chair, as if waiting for someone who would never come back. Jacob slid quietly from his seat and knelt down, holding out his small hand. The dog flinched at first, but then his tail wagged once, slow and uncertain, before he rested his head on Jacob's palm. From that night forward, Jacob couldn't stop thinking about the dog. He asked his mother every day, "Why does he stay there? Why doesn't someone take him home?" His mother explained that sometimes dogs wait for people who can't return. But Jacob didn't think it was right. No dog deserved to wait forever. The diner staff had tried everything. Animal control had come, but the dog always found his way back to that chair. Even when snow blanketed the town, he curled himself beneath the booth, his eyes fixed on the door, waiting. The regulars began to call him Buddy, though no one claimed him. One particularly snowy morning, Jacob and his mom returned to the diner. Jacob rushed to the booth, worried Buddy might be gone. But there he was, shivering under the chair. Jacob wrapped his arms around him. "He needs us, Mom," he whispered, tears forming in his eyes. "Please, can we take him?" His mother hesitated, looking at the thin dog pressed against her son. And in that moment, she saw it too, the unspoken bond between them. Word spread quickly, and the diner regulars gathered to see Jacob's family try to coax Buddy outside. At first, he resisted, pulling toward the chair, whining softly. But when Jacob tugged gently on the leash and promised, "I'll give you a new chair at home," something changed. Buddy took a shaky step forward, then another. For the first time in months, he walked out of the diner's door without looking back. Buddy's first night in his new home was quiet. He paced nervously, searching for something familiar. Jacob dragged an old wooden chair from the attic and placed it by the window. "This is yours now," Jacob said softly. To everyone's surprise, Buddy curled up right beneath it, tail wagging faintly, as if he understood that his waiting place had finally followed him home. Days turned into weeks, and Buddy began to change. His coat grew shinier, his body stronger, his eyes brighter. But what changed most was his heart. Slowly, he learned to play again, chasing Jacob around the yard, sleeping at the foot of his bed, and greeting him at the door with a joy that filled the whole house. The diner staff missed seeing him at his old spot, but they often visited, bringing treats and smiling as Buddy greeted them like family. The empty chair at the diner remained in its place, but now, instead of sorrow, it reminded people of hope, the story of a dog who waited faithfully until love found him again. And every night, when Jacob sat by the window doing his homework, Buddy curled up beneath a chair in their home, his eyes finally at peace. He no longer waited for someone who would never return, because he had found the family who would never leave.